Hello everyone, we have another Tesla Model Y self-drive on FSD 14.2.2.5. We're going to do an end-to-end trip to pick up some wood pellets. I'm on my last behag, so we're going to need to pick up some more. We've already put our destination into our navigation, so I'm going to go ahead and click start self-drive, and there you have it. Now the car is going to drive us there. Let's see how it does. We got some very high snowbanks. We got some inclement roads, like road conditions, some snow, some ice. We're about 36 degrees, a few degrees above freezing. We will see how it does. We'll be there in about 16 minutes. Looks like we have a call coming in. We'll get that call later. And we're going to take a left-hand turn. Road's clear, so we make our turn. That goes well. Excuse me. At the end of this road, we'll turn our right signal on. Put our cameras on here so we get a little lay of the road here. We'll make our right-hand turn. We have cars coming from left and right, so we're gonna just wait a bit. Looks like we might be clear. We'll edge out a bit. Everything looks good, and we're fine. We're making our right-hand turn. You can see it's getting dark out. And the roads are pretty clear right now, so that's great. My camera view arm here, where my phone mounts to this, is a little bit wobbly, so I'm just holding it from behind to get it to stay in place a little bit. We have our left signal on, and we're going to take a left-hand turn. We have cars coming from around that bend. We need to make sure it's all clear. It's looking good. We make our left-hand turn. In about a half mile or so, we're going to be taking a left-hand turn at the end of this road. We're doing about 33 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. This is standard mode in FSD, so it's always a little bit faster usually than the posted speed limit, but it's usually within the normal flow of traffic. See, there's a truck pulled over on the right, so we'll need to, actually it's pretty far over, we don't have to worry too much about that. We've put our left signal on so we can prepare to make our left-hand turn. We have some very large snowbanks on our right. We'll have to try to see around those to see what's coming towards us. It's looking pretty clear. I think our left is clear as well, so we'll go ahead and make our left-hand turn. Very nice. pretty much do all my driving on FSD. Feels very confident, very sure-footed, very calming. Just sit and relax and let the car drive. It's really fantastic. Going 37 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. Feels very natural. And it's really cool that tomorrow is supposed to be like 50 degrees, so maybe we'll melt some of this stuff. And that will be great. Up ahead we have a blinking yellow light. We'll be going straight through this light. Looks like we have a vehicle on the side of the road on the right here. It's a snow cleaner for sidewalks. So we just move over a little bit for that. Oh, it's a tractor. I see, that's an actual tractor. Nice. Approaching a couple of four-way intersections up ahead. There are traffic lights. It's four-ways. Actually, first one I think is a four-way stop, no traffic light. Someone just backed out, so we'll slow it down a bit. Slow our approach. Now that car's moving forward, so that's good. Yeah, up ahead is a four-way stop. So actually, now that I think about it, I think it's just maybe one four-way stop, maybe one blinking light. We'll see. It's right around this bend up here. Okay, speed limit's down to 25. Here's our first intersection with a blinking light. It's a four-way stop. We'll stop at the stop line once we reach it, and then we'll proceed through the intersection. There's our stop line. And we come to a stop, and now we'll just move it forward. And here we go. We have a vehicle coming out of a parking spot, coming into the road, so the car slows down to let him pull out. And up ahead we have our second four-way intersection with a blinking red light. So we'll come to a stop at the stop line and then proceed through the intersection once it's our turn. Alright, here we are at the stop line. We come to a complete stop. And then we'll pull out through the intersection. We should bump up to a 35-mile-an-hour zone shortly. Right now we're still at 25 miles an hour. We slow down for the vehicle taking a right-hand turn, and then we move up to our normal speed. Definitely some potholes, and I know that at this version of 14.2.2.5 it's definitely gotten better at avoiding potholes, so that's really cool. Of course, in New England there's a lot of potholes, so it's hard to miss them all. And at the end of this road, we're going to take a right-hand turn, so we'll put our right signal on, move towards the left for that car parked on the right, and we'll wait our turn to make a right over here. We'll have to make sure that there's no cars coming, but we have a huge snowbank. Snowbank on the left is high, so we'll have to edge out, and it looks good. We make our left-hand turn. Great. This is a busy route, so we'll have to wait for people who are making turns left or right. We have a traffic light up ahead that's pretty busy as well. This lane's going to go from one lane to two lanes and then back to one lane after the intersection, so there's a lot of stuff for FSD to do here. Let's see how it does. A lot of accidents happen on this road. Cars pulling out from the left or the right, trying to scoot through when there's not enough room. Here's another one of those turns which people try to make that they can't. And here's our intersection. You'll see the road splits into two lanes, and FSD will pick one of the two. We'll see if it stays in this center lane, this left lane, or it moves to the right. And it looks like it's going to stay in this lane that's a left turn or straight lane. I think when I used to drive, I would try to go in the right lane, just because there'd always be people here who want to make a left-hand turn, and we're waiting for them. You get stuck behind them. But FSD says, don't worry about it. I got it. So I can see now that we want to move. It's going to merge, so FSD is saying, yeah, we're going to be moving right. And we're behind a car here, and we're going to make it. Good. We turned around that car in the lane, and that was good. There was a car behind us. I was kind of worried that maybe we'll just stop and wait for that guy, even though we had our right signal on. But it did for proceed safely. So that was pretty good. We're going to slow down here as there's someone turning left. Up ahead we have a left-hand turn at this traffic light, and this will bring us to our destination. Looks like we have a left arrow, so that'll make this intersection, this left-hand turn, pretty easy. Very nice. And now we'll have to turn into the parking lot and find a parking space to drive to complete our end-to-end trip. Some tall snowbanks over here, huh? We got 32 inches of snow earlier this week, so it's been mayhem. Alright. Well, looks like it switches our camera view. So we're going to go ahead and try to back in. I think we're just a little close to this carousel here. Let me take a look here. I had to stop it. Check this out, guys. I'm going to pop this out here. Look at this. See if I can show you this. So I was watching us back up, and we were very close to this carousel. So if I had not been paying attention, we would have hit this. So there's an example for us that we must still keep an eye on it and supervise. So that is one for our books where FSD did not do a great job parking. Now I'll go ahead and drive us to the parking spot. I'll park it over here. Excellent. There you have it, guys. We gotta still supervise this. That's why they call it FSD Supervised. So be vigilant, watch what it does, and make sure to take over if it does something that's not right. I'll have to give that feedback in so that they have it. I'll definitely post that video. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.